Hey guys, this is Cole with Performance Custom Cables. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install a set of our cables on an 03 to 07 6.0 Powerstroke. Check it out. Alright, we're going to start by disconnecting both positives and negatives of the batteries. And I'm going to take the charge pipe off on the passenger side, the intake. Those are 8 mils and 11 mils. The 11 is for the charge pipe and the 8 is for the intake. Use a little bit of persuasion. There we go. It should just be fine. Just popping this loose, getting all the pressure out, and then disconnecting these two, getting them out of the way, and then the intake should come up. All right, so we're gonna do the crossover. Just get that out of the way. It's 4 8 mils that hold down the radiator. I'm just gonna pop that. The radiator will push forward, and it's just a bunch of clips that hold it in. So we got the crossover out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and get the starter wire and the solenoid feed. You just push these in, and it pops right out. And then take this, grab it, just like that. And then by the fan, there's gonna be a 15 mil that holds, it's just a bracket. It depends if you have a new starter or a factory starter. It's gonna be a 15 or a 16 mil, and then a 10 mil that holds the relay on the starter. This one's gonna be a 15 mil right here, and it's gonna take this bracket off that holds the starter feed on. And you should be able to wiggle it loose. We're gonna end up reusing this bracket, so don't throw it away just yet. All right, so here's the starter. It's gonna be a 15 mil holding the bigger cable on, and then the actual solenoid's gonna be a 10 mil. A little hard to film, but it'll be all right. So now you got both out. You can just kind of pull it from the front of the motor, and then it should just come up from under the engine bay. This positive bracket that we had undone, you're gonna also undo the 15 mil stud that holds on the passenger side ground to the block. There we go. So you're just gonna pull this entire starter feed out, just like that. So this side's gonna go to the starter relay. This is the bracket I was talking about. Just kind of bend this part up a little bit, and then you can get this off. Kind of routes like that. For the passenger side ground, you just have one more, so I can get a light in here. So right here, there's gonna be a 13 on the frame. You're just gonna knock that loose, as well as over here by the battery. There's an 8 mil. It's a little 8 gauge wire that holds it in. It's an 8 mil over there, and then the entire passenger side negative should come out. So this is going to be the one that goes on that stud, behind the stud, and then this is the 13 on the frame. This helps if you have a swivel ratcheting wrench. That way you don't take the battery out, but if you need to, just take that battery out. Alright, just like that. It's gonna route like that. There's your 8 mil right there, battery, frame, and then this one goes on the block. This is where it gets a little bit tricky to film. It's where my trim tool is on, and that's the only thing holding on the driver's side negative. Alright, just give it a little yank and it'll just come right out. So this is what it's gonna look like when you open the box. It comes with this bag. It's our terminals. And then it comes with these. I'll start off with these. I'm just gonna get the crossover knocked out so I can bolt the radiator back in. So you're gonna come over here. It's gonna have 6 of these heat shrinks. So I'll show you. It all comes labeled. That's what I like about them. Passenger side, battery positive. Just gonna cut these 2 off. This is the driver's side. So it's gonna route something like this. That's a rough estimate. So what I like doing is just loosely getting them in before. It's super sick that he's had this cool cover on here, but it's gonna have to come off. So I'm just gonna loosely route them so I know exactly where the heat shrinks are supposed to go, just so it looks that much better. We're gonna start off with the passenger side. Gonna route it like that. So that's right where the hole is. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this heat shrunk down. Just pop these clips back in, and then I'll throw the radiator mounts back in, and then the crossover will be done. So this is the factory plug. All you're gonna do is cut it, strip it back a little bit, and then put it in this butt connector. Good, and just shrink it down. So this is gonna be your starter feed. Right here it says passenger side battery positive. That's exactly where it's gonna go. This side's gonna go on the stud on the starter, and this is where that 10 mil went. Just kind of like that. We got the 15 mil on for the starter feed, and then the 10 mil for the relay. Just kind of make sure they're spaced out a little bit. So right here we have your passenger side battery negative, and then this little one is going to go on that 8 mil on the fender where we talked about earlier. And this one's just going to go down to the block. I'll show you that right now. So this is the fender ground I was talking about earlier. I just moved the battery out of the way so you can get to it a little bit better. Something like that. I like routing it behind the AC line. It just looks better this way. And then you can come around and route it like that. But we'll leave it loose for now. So your factory one is just gonna route the exact same way. You're just gonna run it up like this. All right, so it's gonna route somewhat like this. Just leave it loose so you can tweak it towards the very end. Let's go down there. I'm gonna show you how to tighten it on the block. And we're also gonna use this bracket for the starter feed. This is how the bolt's gonna go. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna give you an extra little line like this. So the 1/2 inch end, the bigger part, is gonna go also on this bolt. So I'm gonna try and feed both of the lugs through the bolt, just like that. And then just try and get the thread started, but not tight. So now we've got both of those on there and started. Let's see, they're kind of just both sandwiched in like that. And then now I'm gonna go connect it loosely on the frame side from up top. So here's where the other end of the smaller cable went. The same routing location as the factory. All right, so we got the 13 over there. That's the other half of the smaller ground. I'm gonna go into there and tighten the 15 that hold both of the grounds on, and then I'll also show you how to install the bracket for the starter feed. Make sure that's nice and tight. So here's the starter feed. We're gonna grab our bracket from earlier. Same thing, right about there. And then I'm gonna tighten this down and then just clamp this shut. Just like that. For this factory one, we're just gonna need to drill it out to 3/8 so I can attach it to here, and then we'll start buttoning up the passenger side. And then I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this down for good. Just like that. And then for this other bigger stud, we're gonna be starting off with the starter wire, the starter feed. And then back it up with the crossover cable and just get that all tightened down for good. It should route exactly like that. With your charge pipe, it'll cover all this. It'll look really nice. This relay, I'm just gonna go and plug it back in over here. So for the passenger side negative, we got that little 4-gauge wire from the fender ground. It's gonna route like this on the inside, and then this bigger guy is gonna come around, and you're just gonna tighten all that down. 13s and 14s. That's what these terminals are. Just like that. All nice and clean. So this is where it gets a bit interesting. We have added a ground, so that way you won't have to worry about ground issues and things like that. Those are never fun. So this is gonna be your driver's side battery negative. So it's gonna go up here. Driver's side frame, it's gonna go something like that. And then for this one, so it's gonna be driver's side frame, and it's gonna go behind the fan shroud bolt. All right, so this one's gonna be kind of hard to video. I just like sticking it on here. It isn't gonna arc on you since it's a negative, just so it can kind of hold its place. All right, so that's the factory location where the frame ground went, and I have both wires on. The top one is gonna route all the way up here and just route like that on your battery. And then let's go down underneath and I'll show you how to route that.
Let me take it off and I can explain it better. I'll show you.
So this is what it looks like off of the truck. The fan shroud is gonna go right here, and it's gonna hold it down, so you're gonna pop this 15 loose, and then you're gonna pop this whole stud mechanism out of it. This threads into the block. You're gonna pop it out, put the cable, and then thread it back into the block. And over the gearbox, it's kind of hard to get a camera under there, but it's how it threads. So now I'm just gonna put the intake and the passenger side charge pipe on. Just give it a once over and she'll be good to go. All right, so we're just gonna try and make it as straight as possible. Get the positive side tight down, and then for the passenger, just kind of get it as straight as possible, and then zip that down. All right, we're in the truck, about to do a startup just to see if it cranks up any faster. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, so we just got them all wrapped up. The truck starts much better, much happier. So this kit is not only gonna look better, feel better, it's gonna just increase the life of your FICM. It's gonna increase the life of your injectors and your batteries, alternator, you name it. It's just gonna make the charging system of the truck that much better. Every one of these cables is made in the USA, in our shop, made by us, and it has a lifetime warranty. If everything messing up, just give us a call, we'll get it warrantied out. Fuck, now that was ass. You can buy this same set as well as any other set for Powerstroke, Duramax, you name it. Hit us up at performancecustomcables.com. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, concerns, anything like that.